Whenever a tenant moves out of a rental home, there is a time where there's going to be cost involved with getting the property ready to re-rent. There's going to be the time involved with getting the property marketed and shown to prospective tenants, and all of this creates a very expensive time for a landlord. One of the things that is built into our lease to help offset some of those costs is the security deposit. The security deposit is designed to protect the landlord from a breach of lease by the tenant. So anytime that they don't pay rent or they cause damage to a property, that's what the security deposit is designed to offset. We have to be careful though, because we can't just take that full deposit to pay for whatever upgrades need to happen between tenants. We have to take into account what's called normal wear and tear. Normal wear and tear is what's going to happen to a home regardless of whether the tenant is living in the home easily or hard on the house. So we have to take into account a proration amount for the work that is needed. So let's have for instance, if we have a home that is freshly painted and has new flooring put in before the tenant moves in, the generally accepted life expectancy for interior paint is 4 years. The generally accepted life expectancy for flooring is approximately six years. If a tenant were to move after 2 years and both of those things had to be completely redone, we had to completely repaint the interior and we had to replace the flooring, we would have to prorate the value of how much of the work that is needed is due to normal wear and tear and how much is due to tenant abuse. And so on the painting example where the life expectancy is 4 years, we would be able to charge the tenant for half of that paint job. So if the paint job costs $3,000, it's going to be $1,500 that we can bill the tenant for, and $1,500 is going to be the cost that the owner is expected to cover as normal wear and tear on the property. For the flooring, because the life expectancy is 6 years, and we need to replace it after only 2 years, then we can charge the tenant 2/3 of the value of the carpet and not just half, if that makes sense. By doing that, the homeowner pays for the normal wear and tear, the tenant pays for the abuse or the wear above what is considered normal. That process is subjective to a degree. Both the life expectancy and the condition of the property and what's needed during the tenant term can be a point of contention. And so while we do our best to use generally accepted standard processes to calculate those, we do often have to negotiate with the tenant after the fact to get to a resolution where everybody can agree that what was done was fair and commensurate with the situation. We document the property, we use invoices and bids from our contractors, we communicate with the tenant, with the property owner in order to be as thorough as possible.